Good morning, rich homies. It's going to be an amazing day. It might be the best day of your life. We're going to have some Alphamine, which I have not had in a very, very long time. I'm sure you guys saw about the new flavor release, the melon berry. We got the Alphamine. They also came out with high volume and prolific. I will say I think it's my favorite flavor right now. It is so good. Hopefully some of you guys stocked up on the $19.99 sale. If not, don't worry. I can still save you 30% anytime you like it. But man, I tell you, I've been loving it. So I'm going to have 2 scoops Alphamine, 2 scoops high volume. Some people ask the difference between Alphamine and prolific. I would say prolific has more of a pump agency in it, so it's really geared towards a pre-workout, whereas Alphamine, sometimes I'll take it when I'm at work or just when I want some caffeine, maybe instead of coffee. Okay, never instead of coffee, usually in addition to coffee. But I can have it pre-workout too because I stack it with high volume. So whatever you guys want to do, man, I'm going to get out of here. I'm actually going to be rushed for time, so I'm probably not going to record much of the workout. I got to go look at some places to live, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, bought a house, but I've been living on stage. Trying to find the real me, I ain't found it yet.
You know, I think one of the main reasons I love coming to the gym is because it gives me an hour or so to just think and listen to music. And the new NF album is incredible. You guys know he's one of my favorite artists. Highly encourage everyone to check it out. I'm gonna go into the gym. I probably won't show you much, maybe one set or so. I'm gonna try to make it as speedy as possible, and then we're out of here.
Dancing while the spring's still here. They don't make haste cause they know what's coming. We try to wash away our broken years, but it's so hard in the cold summer.
Ooh, cool camera.
Oh, thank you.
Have you been taking pictures today?
A little bit of an update. Saw the condo, fell in love with it. Hopefully I'm gonna be renting that one. I'm kind of jumping the gun because my house has not officially sold yet, so hopefully that doesn't fall through. But I definitely like it down here. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but it is pretty close to this coffee shop, which, you know, if there's coffee around, I'm gonna be happy. You know, I spend a disproportionate amount of time in my life just trying to figure out how to get you guys to watch my videos. So I feel like the whole moving thing, that's not gonna do it. Most of you guys don't care. Gotta think of something good. Guys, Instagram Live is pretty fun. I don't know why I don't do that more often, but I'm trying to think how I can get people to watch the video, and I think the only way is to make this a food video, which is very, very unfortunate. So I think I'm going to head to Trader Joe's. At least it's something different. I don't have one by me, but if I move here, it'll be pretty close, so we're gonna head there. You know, the older I get, the more I appreciate places that don't look like Walmart. I like Trader Joe's because it's a nice mix, you know. It's not bougie, but it's not just crazy people all over the place. So, yeah, I could see myself shopping here. So, one of my goals before I move is to give away as much of my stuff as possible. I just feel like I don't need stuff, you know? I've got more than enough, but I do need food. It is 5 o'clock. The only thing I've eaten is puff wheat cereal and a protein shake. I'm starving. All right, so you're gonna see that we really didn't get much at Trader Joe's, just enough to get a thumbnail picture and a video concept. But here is what I picked up. We got some broccoli slaw. We got some lean ground beef, which is really cheap at Trader Joe's. This was only like $5. I hate tomatoes, but for some reason I do like this stuff when you cook it all together with some other foods. Eggs. Organic spicy taco sauce. Sound pretty interesting. We got some decaf coffee, which, believe it or not, I drink a lot of. We found this cold brew, which I'm real excited for. Don't act surprised. And also lime and chili almonds. So I wanted to give those a try. Here's a fun food fact for you. The name Brussels sprout stems from the original place of cultivation, not because of this, I don't even know how to say this word, cruciferous vegetables' popularity in Brussels. They contain good amounts of vitamin A, vitamin C, folic acid, and dietary fiber. Brussels sprouts, God, what is it? What are these words? aficionados, yeah, there we go. I'm an accountant, not an English teacher, as you guys can tell, attribute to the supposed aversion of the sprouts to overcooking, which releases natural sulfur compounds in the vegetables that cause an unpleasant smell. Look, there's more, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are already bored, but I just love Brussels sprouts, okay? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Brussels sprouts are all I know. Okay, so green Brussels sprouts must mean we gotta have the green seasoning, of course. So many people ask me, what do I put on my Brussels sprouts? And honestly, this is usually about it. I showed this in a video maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, and I got a lot of questions about it. It's called Cook by the Color. What I love about it is it's so simple. To me, in my mind, if something's green, I put the green seasoning. If I have meat, I put the red seasoning. If it's red meat, you know? It's just like they have these colors that complement one another. We'll talk about it. You know, I'm kind of ashamed I didn't think of this on my own, but you know what would be even better than Brussels sprouts? I know, it's hard to imagine anything. There's one thing you could add. This might be the most genius thing I've ever heard of. All right, you guys ready for this? We're gonna take the Brussels sprout, we're gonna dip it in a little bit of ricotta cheese. Just admire that for a second. This right here, that's life-changing, guys. So while we're doing crazy things over here, let's try some of this spicy taco sauce. Get this, 5 calories, 0 fat, less than a carb, and no protein. So essentially, nothing. Okay, so we're gonna put the spicy on there, and then we'll come over here, dip the ricotta. I don't need to say it, guys. I don't need to say it. Trader Joe's Brussels sprouts, well, without the ricotta, they're good, but not nearly as good as Whole Foods. But that's kind of expected because Whole Foods has the best Brussels sprouts of all time. So what is your preference? Trader Joe's versus Whole Foods? For me, I will say that I think Trader Joe's has much, much better prices, especially on the groceries. But when it comes to like pre-made food, I'm gonna have to give that to Whole Foods. Now, I didn't get any of that because I wanted to make some food for you guys, keep you entertained, but I think it's like a perfect combination. If you go buy your groceries at Trader Joe's and then anything that you want pre-made, go to Whole Foods, you'll be eating good, my friends. I meant to tell you guys that everything I bought at Trader Joe's only cost about 30 bucks in total, so definitely not bad. Like I said, the ground meat there is really, really cheap. So we're gonna do a little cooking episode, kind of like the old days. Might be one of the few, especially in this kitchen. You guys are not gonna like the kitchen in that condo if I do end up getting it. It's like 1/3 the size. I mean, it's tiny. If I lifted, I wouldn't even be able to fit in that thing. Let me show you guys one of my old go-to meals back when I actually used to cook, especially in college, just because I could make it up pretty cheap and it was filling. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna cook up about 1 pound of ground meat. Now, you guys know I am not a chef. I keep things very, very simple, but usually when it gets a little bit brown is when I season my food. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me that I'm wrong, but what I'm gonna be using is this Cook by the Color Belle of the Ball, because again, red meat makes sense. This to me looks more like an onion. This is called mushroom around. And to me, these taste great on this type of meat. Now, I do want to start by saying, just for full transparency, Cook by the Color is sponsoring this video, but I've been using this stuff for a few months now, so it all worked out. I got a DM from my buddy Connor asking if I had a discount code, so I actually reached back out to them like, hey, if you want to work together, this would be a good partnership, I felt like. So I'm kind of throwing Connor under the bus here. If you hate discount codes, blame that guy, but just gonna add these on like so. What I really like about these seasonings is they have no sodium. I get enough salt throughout my diet. You guys know I've been on this hippie kick lately. This is GMO free. This is about as clean of a seasoning as you're gonna get. So when I get to a point where it's almost cooked but not completely, I'm gonna actually dump in the broccoli slaw. I'm gonna use the whole bag here, let that cook down a little bit as well. So once I get to about this level of cookedness, and yes, that is the technical term, I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning here just to make sure I'm getting enough flavor, because honestly, that broccoli slaw is pretty bland. So then final step here, once it's almost completely finished, what you're gonna do is you're gonna dump in the can of tomatoes, and after that, I'm gonna cover it, let it simmer for like 5 minutes, and we're done. Obviously, this is a lot of food. I still have a full skillet back there. I am gonna eat the entire thing, but this is what I use for meal prep. Like I said, back in the day, I usually made anywhere from 3 to 4 meals, but let's see how it tastes. That is delicious and filling, really the only 2 things that I care about, and cheap, of course. So you guys know I'm pretty cautious about the language I use on this channel, especially when it comes to the F word, but I am full. That was so much food, but it's really good. And if you guys are interested in trying any of these out, you can save 30% using Travis CBC. I will leave that link down below. I would highly recommend them to make your food taste good, and they've got so much health in them, guys. I mean, it's literally, if you look through the label, 0, 0, 0, 0 on all of them, and there's no artificial, they're vegetarian, vegan. I mean, this is really for everyone, in my opinion. Now, something unrelated to any of this is I just bought like 200 thank you cards. One of the reasons I need to get out of the suburbs is because when little kids come to your front door, you can't say no. I have every like coupon card and anything you could imagine. These little kids are hustlers, man. So I got all this stuff. I am a huge proponent of writing handwritten thank you cards. By the way, I'm convinced that's the only reason I got my job is because I wrote a handwritten thank you card. I know it's kind of old school, but anyway, we're gonna go upstairs and now we're gonna chat. Why am I moving? Let's talk about that just for a little bit. I know I briefly mentioned it, but maybe we'll just dive a little bit deeper. And I'm in a very good position. I'm very fortunate that I get to spend time with a lot of very intelligent people, business leaders, a lot of people that have worked their way up. And it's not like it's all about the title, but I was in a presentation with someone who is now our CMO. He was not at the time Chief Marketing Officer. So obviously the guy knows a little bit something about something, right? And he was talking about lateral movements in his career. So not taking a promotion, but just moving over, moving into something different. And when he was talking about this, I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I'm never taking a position that isn't a promotion. I'm never gonna be going anywhere but up, right? And it didn't make sense at the time. And I was fairly new in my career. And it's kind of starting to resonate in other areas of my life now, not so much in my job, but although I wouldn't be opposed to it. But this move for me is something that's like a lateral movement to get somewhere greater, get somewhere higher, because I don't know that I want to be in Ohio forever. I'm pretty sure that I don't because it gets cold here, but for now, given that my job is here, I need to make a move that is going to be more lateral. So I'll be in the state, just a different city, which I think will be good. So instead of maybe my house right here, it'll be over here for now. This is going to be, something temporary. So why do I think that I should move? Well, one, this house is too big for me, guys. I mean, obviously, a single male does not need a 3,000 square foot house. I was a bonehead when I bought it. I mean, it wasn't a terrible decision, I don't think, but it's just a lot, right? But I think maybe even more importantly is because I'm very comfortable here. I've almost gotten complacent. Like, the suburbs just feel comfortable. Yeah, comfortable. We'll go with that. Guys, I'm from a farm. I'm a farm boy. I had no neighbors. I had no one around me. So coming here was even a little bit, frightening at first, but it's got to the point where I just feel like I need to shake it up a bit. And not that I'm saying that you should take advice from Russ, the rapper, but he had this great segment when Gary Vee was interviewing him talking about fear and how you should jump straight at it. And actually, let me see if I can find it and play it for you guys.
Is you run directly headfirst at fear, like wildly crazy at fear. Like if you're scared to go on stage, go on stage. And then afterwards, you're going to be less scared and then do it again. If you're scared to go up to the girl and talk to her, go to the girl and talk to her. Like anything you're scared of, you can actually just attack it.
And I will admit, moving out of the suburbs from a house that I own to renting someplace that's a little bit more trendy, a little bit closer to downtown, that's very, very far from the suburbs, that scares the hell out of me. There's a lot of people, a lot of different things going on. I'm not familiar with the area at all, but I just feel like I need to push myself a little bit. I'm the type of person that's very routine, and I just want to make sure I'm getting the full experience here. I might go down there and hate it, and I can always come back. It's just a temporary thing, but I at least want to try it out for myself. Now, financially, not the best decision. The rent down there is going to be more for a 2-bedroom condo, at least the one I looked at today, than my house payment is here. And obviously, it's a little bit better investment in a house, and I will buy again, but for now, I'm in a very good spot where I can, afford to make some bad financial decisions right now. I'm a single male, I'm 27 years old, so I'll get it out of my system, and we'll just try it out. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So let's finish up with the Trader Joe's here, lime and chili almonds. They're not my favorite almonds. They're definitely not as good as the cocoa ones. I don't even know what brand that is, but they're pretty decent. I've been eating a lot of almonds lately, actually. I think I'm gonna end this video right here because the next scene I wanna do is gonna be this stupid little skit, and no one's watching by this point anyway, so I don't wanna waste my time, But if anyone is still watching, let me know, leave a comment down below and say, excited for the next one. So we'll pick up where we left off. I'm gonna do that right now. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. It was great to have you here. I look forward to talking to you next time.